Alright everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be installing a diff breather kit. So if you know you've got a lifted four-wheel drive, you've got a lifted vehicle, today I'm going to be showing you how to install a cheap diff breather kit. Now I wouldn't buy a cheap one, but I've had this one for ages sitting on my shelf. I thought today would be a good day. It's sunny out, it's a nice day to install it. Essentially what we want to do is bring the diff breather location higher up, so when you're going through rivers, crossings, bog holes, all like that, all that kind of stuff, you're not getting contaminants into your differential, your transfer case, your gearbox, etc. Right? So let's lay out what I've got and let's have a little visual inspection of what we're going to have to do for this project. Okay, so these are the parts we've got. We've got the extension cable, which is kind of like a PCV flexible hose. We've got all the fittings here with instructions, and then obviously in there we've got filters, adapters, etc. And then we got the location where all of the, your transfer case, your rear diff, your front diff, and your gearbox will go. This is the cheap brand that I got. I can't remember where I bought this actually, but this is the cheap brand. We're going to mount this probably in the engine bay somewhere, but you gotta think about where you want to mount this. Do you want to mount it up high, like on the side there, but then rain's going to get in, so preferably not. I think the engine bay is the best solution because up there, obviously, external contaminants, water, etc. In your engine bay, you're not going to get external contaminants really. Something you do need to keep an eye on is how dirty and full these little filters get, because what you'll find is over time they will get dirty and they will have like shit on them. And if your diff can't breathe, you'll probably blow an external seal, like your input shaft seal or your pinion seal, or you'll end up blowing. So yeah, the easiest way to do this is start by looking at our current system for the diffs, the diff breathers, etc., and going from there. Okay, logically speaking, I'm thinking about putting this somewhere on the side up here, mounted like this somehow. Sort of my idea. It's kind of like the highest point really. So it's obviously not going to close, it's going to have to go in there somehow. So it's something we have to figure out, or even screwing that into there. You can sort of get an idea of everything. This will give you instructions as well, which I probably should have a read of. Let's get all that out. So we've got 3 screws, which are tech screws, which are good. So they'll go into that. Obviously, just drill it in wherever you want. Hopefully they're metal ones. Put those up there for now. And the reason why you'd want to do diff breather kit, as I just said before, mostly to protect your system, but you have to be very careful about the way you fit them and regularly checking these filters, because if you don't regularly check them, they can become blocked, which is what we see on a lot of cars. And 1, it could void your warranty, and 2, you're going to have issues with it blowing seals if they don't become breathable, because a lot of people put these breathable, extension breathers, diff breather extension hoses, and they don't really check these filters. Now they're not, you don't have to replace them that often, you just have to make sure they're not super contaminated and full of a load of stuff. So we got the diff breather kit here, okay? And this will go from each of our extensions where we need. And then when you push that in enough, it sort of auto clamps down, which is great. And then the way that this hooks onto your actual vacuum rubber hose is you get this part, push that down. See, that's not going to come down unless you pull it like this. Push in and out. Bang, push that in. That's not coming off now. That won't come off because it's barbed. And then you put this on, and then that will go onto your vacuum line, okay? Now you don't have to have all of these running up towards the engine bay, right? You can just have a single diff breather. So for example, the rear diff might want to be isolated from these three. So if you want to do the rear diff isolated, you just run its own line and then zip tie it high up behind your canopy or inside your canopy or whatever. So let's do the front diff, and let's do the front diff first and we'll go from there. On the NP300, this right here is your front differential breather, and I'll show you the gearbox and the other one in a sec, but let's just show an example of how to hook this up. So we're going to get our barb fitting here. You're going to put this into the fitting. Now the front diff breather doesn't really need this, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, that's pretty solid in there. Once we've had it like this, we're going to put one of these pieces on, straight piece, twist that on. And you're probably going to want to get a 10mm socket so these don't get loose. So that's going to be how it's looking. We're going to do this on each single vacuum hose that we want to do. And then you would measure up with this how long you need, so that's not coming out like that, okay? And then we would simply wire this up however we like. This is an example of what it'll look like. Obviously this is really small because the front diff is right here. But yeah, we're going to do the gearbox and transfer case next. And I'm going to do the rear diff individually. So I'll just have these three here. Essentially, this is the idea. So you got the barb fitting, you tighten these two 12mm down onto the actual vacuum, and then the blue, you just use an extension, and that's not coming out here. So this is what I'm saying about making sure these are all clean and actually work, because if they don't, then you're gonna have issues with your seals, your diff seals, your rear mains and all that kind of stuff if your components can't breathe properly. Which I've already pulled out. You can see these two. So we need to put the barb fittings on there. We need to put the barb fittings on these two, okay? We have the two fittings on here now. Now we need to run this, two of these, up towards through there. Probably zip tie to this here. Run it through like that. You can see we got these three hooked up here. These two I'm just gonna zip tie and they run down onto the transfer case and the existing gearbox breathers. So that's all the fittings there, the front three fittings. We're gonna do the rear diff individually because I don't wanna run the whole thing to the front. You can see up there, the old fitting, the original vacuum lines onto those barb fittings and then onto the blue ones. I'm gonna zip tie them all up so they look nice. But what this is gonna do is give you about a meter more room for how deep you can go and stuff. So I'll show you simply on the rear diff. You got this, you got the barb fitting, obviously Stanley knife, that's all you need. So this is the original one, okay? Now that just goes to the chassis, which is in here, okay? So if you unplug this, pull this, if you go higher than your chassis in water, you're pretty much fucked. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep all this original stuff. You can keep this up here, right? Zip tie that to there. Or if you need more droop, you can sort of just zip tie it wherever you want. I'm gonna run it through the chassis, like so, okay? And then we're gonna run that to the top. Plug this in. I might actually run this on top, like so. Plug this in, boom. So we got, that's how it looks. I'm gonna zip tie that like that. And this is gonna run up and along there, all the way up to the back side of this, up to around in there, I reckon. So that's the rear diff breather. This comes up and then it goes into there, like so. So now we're just gonna zip tie that. That's all good. That's coming down, going into here, going into the rear diff. So that's how I've done it. So that's gonna get no moisture. And then the front section, We've got the transfer case, gearbox or transmission, and front diff. The front diff obviously is already that short. I just, yeah, made that like that. These two go down all the way in there to zip tie. So that's the setup. So that's gonna do it for today's video. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment down below if you've put a diff breather kit into your vehicle. This kit is good. It's good for just making that extra meter, 2 meters, because if you do go, you know, if you are going bonnet height, even though you do have a snorkel, you could be impacting, could be damaging your internals of your front diff, gearbox, and transmission. Mostly the transmission and gearbox, because the diff breathers only go up to the top of the bell housing, whereas the rear diff goes up to the chassis, not great. The front diff, sorry, goes all the way up to your battery. So front diff isn't really a massive issue in these ones. It's more your gearbox, your transfer case, and your rear diff that you really want to sort out. So if this guide did help you, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.